Hello and welcome back to Shakesyear. We are working on Titus Andronicus and we get to hear from Tamora today in Act 4, Scene 4. So I think you know by now this is a gory play, so we might be talking about some gross stuff. But the important things to think about right now, not sort of in response to all of the really gross stuff that happened to Titus and his family, you know, the killing of his children, the mutilation of his daughter, he's kind of gone off the deep end a little bit and decided that part of his plan to get back at the emperor would be to write letters, put them on arrows, and shoot them into the sky to ask the gods for help. Marcus instead told all of the archers that they should shoot the arrows into like the emperor's compound so that he can see them. And as they were doing this, they gave a letter and a knife to this clown who had some pigeons that he was taking to the emperor and said, "Can you take this message to the emperor along with your pigeons?" And the clown's like, "Yeah, sure, because you're going to pay me, right?" And they're like, "Yep, we will." So that all happened, but then at the beginning of Act 4, Scene 4, we are with the Emperor. We're with Saturnius, who's there with Tamora and a bunch of other attendants and various assorted sundry people. And he has found some of these letters and is incredibly put out by what an intrusion this is on his personage, his life, all of these sorts of things, because he doesn't feel like he did anything wrong in beheading Titus's sons. He feels that they were guilty, so executing them was completely fine according to the law. So he's very, very irritated with Titus, just put out, and you know, no emperor's ever had to deal with the stuff that I've had to deal with. How can this possibly be? And Tamora tries to calm him down by saying, "My gracious lord, my lovely Saturnine, lord of my life, commander of my thoughts, calm thee, and bear the faults of Titus' age, the effects of sorrow for his valiant sons, whose loss hath pierced him deep and scarred his heart. And rather comfort his distressed plight than prosecute the meanest or the best for these contempts. Why, thus it shall become high-witted Tamora to gloze withal. But Titus, I have touched thee to the quick, thy lifeblood out. If Aaron now be wise, then all is safe, the anchor's in the port. How now, good fellow, wouldst thou speak with us?" So she's trying to calm Saturnius down and get him out of this rage that he has in relation to Titus. So she's like, you know, he's just a crazy old man who's mourning for his sons. So the best thing that you can do is you know, show him some comfort instead of like fighting back against this. Because also remember, Tamora wants to be the one to undo Titus and his whole family because Titus killed her son in the street. So there's all of that going on too. But she knows that things are going to work out in her favor also because of Aaron, who she gave their child to and asked Aaron to kill the child, but Aaron instead bought another white baby that they can pretend is Saturnius' child and send his child off to the gods to learn how to be a soldier. So anyway, she's like, you know, Saturnius, calm down, settle down, it'll all be fine. Wahahaha, I'm going to get Titus myself, sort of is what this monologue is about. And at the very end of it, the clown slash messenger comes in and he's like, "I'm looking for the emperor." And she's like, "Well, I'm the empress. This is the emperor." And the clown is like, "Well, I have this message for you." And he gives Titus's message along with a couple of pigeons. And Saturnius reads the letter and says, "Hang this guy." And the guy's like, "So you're going to pay me how much?" And he's like, "No, you're going to get hanged." And they take him off to get hanged. And we're going to hear a little bit from Saturnius tomorrow what his thoughts on this letter were so that we can find out what was in it. So I'll see you then for that. Mwah.